Cole Grundy will be able to pick up that slack and carry us through.
Absolutely. And Leneski, what good issue that is to have. You have to miss one sporting event because you're an all-star for another.
Unbelievable.
Leneski coming off a standout senior season here in soccer, all-region player, first team all-state, and really just shutting the state down here.
Yes, sir. Now, the Lady Jumpers had some young ones coming up and having big roles, but the Briar Jumpers here are going to have, Brock Stevens stepping up playing. I'm not really sure of our start lineup, but he gets a lot of minutes, and he has done well the first 3 games of the season. He's really shown that he has the ability to step up and play at this level, hitting some clutch shots, distributing the ball really well.
Absolutely. And the Briar Jumpers are led by head coach Ryan Young. This will be his 4th season as the leader of the Briar Jumpers. Assistant coach Matt Absher and Noah Young.
And Butcher.
Coach Butcher.
I like how the Rock number 2, Isaiah Jackson, hit a shot. Usually a shooter ends on a make, but then he decided to take an extra one. He missed it, and he ended on that. So maybe maybe that's a little basketball.
Good little sense of motivation going into the game here.
A little basketball bad luck, hopefully.
Always in on the make.
Always in on the make. Rule number 1. We had an early prediction from Josh Lewis, who is still out rehabbing an arm injury, but he's given a 48-42 prediction of the Briar Jumper victory tonight. Hope that holds true. Hope it's a little better than that.
All right.
A win's a win.
Collier, what are your thoughts on this pregame prediction?
I think 48-42 is a little low, but you never know. It could be one of those games where defense really matters. So
absolutely. They say defense wins championships, and we looked in our pregame comparison. The Rockets are averaging about 60 points a game, so for the Jumpers to hold them to 42 would be a defensive feat in itself, for sure.
It would. Yes, it would.
And we're getting underway with the starting lineups. At guard, a sophomore, number 4, Ezekiel Fain. At guard, a junior, number 5, Jace Rogers. At forward, a sophomore, number 15, Colton Cash. At forward, a senior, number 20, Connor Hunt. And finally, number 23, a junior, Maddox Parsons. Head coach Andrew Cash, and now we'll get underway for the starting lineups for your Briar Jumpers. At guard, a 6'1" senior, number 1, Josh Bruner. At guard, a 6'3" junior, number 2, Aiden Absher. At forward, a 6'4" junior, number 10, Cole Grundy. At guard, a 6-foot freshman, number 22, Brock Stevens. And bringing it in down low, big man, number 33, a junior, Jake Bartley. You can see the Briar Patch starting to get packed for tonight's 47 district basketball action. The first time these two teams have matched up this season. Should be an interesting game.
I was just going to say, I hope Bartley's got his sea legs underneath him. He's first game starting back from football season.
Absolutely, and here we go underway with the tip-off. It'll be Bartley versus Hunt. And with that, the Rockets will take the first possession of tonight's 47th district matchup. It'll be Stevens taking Rogers first. Rogers, a veteran point guard here on the Rockets. It'll be a backdoor cut. Swing to Parsons.
Looks like the jumpers are in a zone.
Absolutely. 2-3 zone, maybe trying to force the Rockets to take some three-point shots here. However, Parsons and Rogers really have been shooting lights out. I believe Parsons is leading the Rockets with a 43% on the season.
54%.
54%, man.
Got the ball down low on Bruner's hit. Drew a quick foul.
Down low, it'll be a foul on the ball, down low. It'll be baseline Rockets ball.
The Bruners are known for getting a lot of fouls, so.
Just a little bit.
There we go.
But they make them known, too.
They
Absolutely. It'll be Hunt down low. He's taken by Bartley and Grundy. Hunt down low. Looks to ISO. Hunt with a bank basket. A little baby floater there.
And that's not bad defense by Bartley. He gave body and pushed him out wide, but just an excellent shot by Hunt.
Absolutely. And Hunt leading the Rockets in scoring, averaging about 17 points a game. It'll be Bruner. Swings to Bartley. Swings to Stevens. Stevens, a young freshman, getting his first looks of varsity here this season.
Coach Young calling out the play.
It'll be Stevens bringing the ball in. Bruner gets a set. Bruner returning point guard here. Tries to find Bartley.
Look to the corner.
Shot in the corner by Grundy. It rims out. And it'll be Parsons bringing up the ball for the Rockets. Guarded by Stevens. Switched off to Grundy.
Excellent defense.
Good offensive IQ there from Parsons to make sure that the Rockets maintain the ball. It'll be a sideline out of bounds for the Rockets. Inbound to Fain. He's picked up by Stevens. The jumper switching to a man defense here.
Good pick
Picked off by Bruner.
Excellent defense. Excellent defense.
And a lot of unhappy Rockcastle fans on that
call. I think we're getting it overturned. Could be wrong.
Some discrepancy with the referees here.
It's hard to overturn if he didn't have a good view of it. I'm not sure he did. It may be the right call, but I don't have to like it.
I don't know if he was at the right angle to see that, but.
Playing to the crowd. No, I won't say that. Just
at the end of the day, the referees do make the final call. So
yes, they do.
It'll be Fain inbounds here to Rogers. He's picked up by Stevens.
I love the press that we put up on him.
Good defense there from
Making
Stevens.
him dribble out of it.
And you look at Stevens, a freshman, and he's filling in the shoes wearing number 22 of Indrid Whitaker, recent graduate of Somerset High School. And you talk about a sharpshooter. Indrid knew how to do it. Indrid coming up clutch in the boys 2020.
Good defense.
Man, a lot of action happening here on the floor.
Yeah, I like to call him Indy Ice after that shot against District
Danville Christian. Last year in the semifinals of the 12th region tournament, Indrid absolutely coming down and hitting a fading away. Wing three, just clutch. Nothing but ice in that kid's veins. Indrid's gone on to play college basketball at Franklin College up in Indiana, and he's followed there by Ben Godby, who's over in Lexington playing at Transylvania. Shot attempt by Absher will not fall. It'll be Cash in the wing. Swings to Parsons. Parsons with floater deflected by Bartley. It'll be Bruner bringing the ball down. Absher comes down.
Good. Yes, sir. Going strong to the basket every time.
It'll be Absher finishing in contact, and he'll go to the line to shoot for a three-point opportunity here.
That was an electric sequence right there. That's what you need to bring energy.
That's how you set a tone.
Absolutely.
That's how you set a tone.
Looks something to my Wildcats.
Ooh, gotta love them Wildcats these days.
Absolutely. Absher converting on the three-point play, and he is the only one on the board for the jumpers tonight. 3 of 3. Hunt down low, spin move, guarded by Bartley.
I don't like the way that the offensive player can get into the body and draw that foul. I think that's just it's a no-win situation for the defensive player. I mean, what do you expect them to do?
Yeah, you're so right. Great defensive effort there by Bartley. Looked like he was straight up at the ref. Must have seen something, maybe a little lean or maybe a little elbow there on the shot. Maybe he got his wrist going up. But either way, it'll be Hunt going to the line for 2. And his first one will go in.
I feel like whenever you are the leading scorer, that you kind of get some of those calls.
Absolutely, absolutely. Popularity has its perks.
Not saying that it's not deserving on a lot of them, but at the same time, I think some of them could go uncalled,
Absolutely.
so to speak. I mean, we're taking away from what I think is a critical part of the game, defense, making it hard to guard.
Absolutely. And the Rockets not falling for the pump fake here from Absher. Good screen there by Bartley.
Good kick out to the corner.
3-point ball by Grundy. No good. It'll be short. Rebounded by Absher. Put back, will not fall. Rebounded by Rogers. Stevens picks up in transition. Rogers bringing it down.
I missed it. What do we get?
And so what happened here is Rogers slipped, and Stevens had his elbow on him, and it must have looked like a body foul here.
Gotcha. We are crowded up top, so viewing is tough sledding sometimes.
Absolutely. And Hunt, not a prolific three-point shooter there.
He is not.
Bartley living with that one. It'll be Absher bringing the ball up the floor. Absher guarded by Hunt. Bartley calling for the ball down low.
Yeah, you can't lean on him like that.
Absolutely. Rogers upset with that foul call. However, he was quite all over Bartley there.
Jake Bartley saw the mix match, and he felt it, and he was able to call for the ball and able to draw the foul. So that was good recognition by Bartley.
Jumpers maybe got to get something going here in their baseline offense.
Love to see a good out-of-bounds play on this.
Bruner pops out. He's followed by Absher.
Green got an open
three-point shot. Short. Rebounded by Cash. Swings to Parsons. Down to Fain. Three-point shot by Fain. To the right. Won't fall. Rebounded by number 3, Ledger?
Nope, Stevens got the rebound.
Oh.
It's all right. It's tough to see. Good hard basket.
And a good take by Absher.
Got his legs taken out a little bit, in my opinion, but that's just the homer in me.
Very important to finish through contact there.
Absher's up to 5 points now.
Stevens is an aggressive on ball.
Yeah, I love the intensity.
Very much so. And Hunt down low, cannot finish. Rebounded by Grundy, swings to Bruner.
It seems like the boys are picking up where the girls left off, wanting to go down in the paint, but we're doing an excellent job of defending down there. Ooh, good body, good. Not the best shot, but it was a great call, great thought.
Maybe not, but Grundy's seeing things going. When Grundy gets hot, he's going in.
Oh, Grundy's a game changer.
I think the ball was tipped by Josh Brenner. He knocks it out of bounds.
Rockcastle faithful getting a little perturbed over here.
The Rockets are about to take off. You can quote that.
I will quote that. I like it.
Fain down low. His shot will fall. Stevens brings the ball up for the jumpers. Good spin move there.
Good thought.
Kick out to Grundy. Grundy might have taken the shot there had he not missed his previous ones. I bet he lost some confidence there.
What'd you say last game? Shoot or shoot, right?
Absolutely. Pass intended for Stevens is deflected by the Rockets. It'll be a sideline out of bounds for the jumpers.
Cole has a pretty shot for a big man.
Very much so. Cole's more of a stretch four kind of player. He can beat you down low or he can beat you from the top of the key. It don't matter. He'll find his shot.
I think Cole actually grew a few more inches over last season.
Yeah.
Both teams being really aggressive on ball. Oh, may have missed a look down low.
Absher finding his way down low. Goes up for the shot. It won't fall. Rebounded by Hunt. It's Fain in transition. Kick to Parsons. Parsons shot. Will not go.
That was Rogers. Oh, that was Parsons.
That was Parsons. Rebounded by Ledger. It'll go in. And with just over 2 minutes left in the first quarter of tonight's action, it'll be the Rockets with 8 and the Jumpers with 5.
Need a bucket here to slow things
Ball down low to Bartley.
Perfect.
And one!
You couldn't ask for a better basket at the right time. That is a great way to get Mo to slow down and flow back your way.
Absolutely.
With a big play like that.
You look over at our Ray Correll Hall of Fame, Jeremy Bartley absolutely loved that play. A fist in the air and a and one shout that I've never seen before.
Proud Papa.
Absolutely. Jay coming off a great football season here. He's a big guy, and I'd be scared to get in his way personally if he's coming down low.
You see him in the weight room. You see him working hard. You know that it's going to pay off.
That free throw shot will not fall, and it'll be Isaiah Lewis checking into the game for number 22, Brock Stevens.
Isaiah Lewis coming back for his senior year has really helped the Briar Jumpers out.
Ball rebounded by Bruner. Finds Lewis. Lewis in transition converts it.
Having an instant impact. I love the energy a Lewis can bring.
Absolutely. Isaiah Lewis, a scrappy player, a good hustle player, great defensive player. Looks to make anything that he can happen and just participate and just contribute to the team in any way possible.
Looks like the Jumpers are in man now. So
it'll be Ledger swings to Hunt. Hunt, mid-range shot, will not fall.
They know the scout book. They know that Hunt is not the shooter.
Absolutely.
Not going to let him come down low, but, give him a shot and we'll play the percentages on that. I like this matchup down
Lewis
low.
finds Absher down low.
I like this matchup.
Good shot attempt there. However, it won't fall. It's just long. It'll be Ledger bringing the ball down the floor. He'll drive to the hoop. And Ledger with some wheels on him there, getting down to the other end of the court quite quickly. Not sure the Briar Jumpers were ready for that. Burner up top. He's guarded by Parsons. Swings to Bartley. Over to Absher. Guarded by Ledger. Swings to Grundy. Grundy has cash on him. It'll be Bruner back with the ball. Ooh. Three-point by Lewis.
Yes,
that shot will fall. And Lewis making an impact, making it known that Isaiah Lewis is a force to be reckoned with.
Instant impact off the bench. The young man is earning every minute.
Absolutely.
And he's even taking a year off, so it's nice to see a guy that still has it.
Incredible. I love hearing
the Jumpers playing
talk.
Great defense here. Yep.
I love hearing them talk. Great defense.
Forced miss there by Barley.
Great defense.
And at the end of our first quarter, it'll be the Jumpers recovering that lead and coming up with 12 points while the Rockets are holding there with 10. We're seeing Absher make a great impact here, shooting-wise, post moves. Bartley is playing some phenomenal defense. And what about Isaiah Lewis coming off the bench, getting 2 quick buckets and really making it happen for the Jumpers, as well as contributing defensively. The Jumpers, led by Coach Young, obviously had a good game plan coming into this game, wanted to take the Rockets out of what they want to usually do, limiting Hunt's shots down low, limiting Parsons' shots outside, and trying to keep Rogers from distributing the ball. The Jumpers are really playing great, and I'm very excited to see where the rest of this game will take us.
It's a wonderful sign when you can have your guys go out on the floor and execute what you've went over. That's a sign of not only great leadership, great coaching, but it's a sign that the players have bought in and believe in the scheme and understand what their coach is trying to accomplish. When you have that kind of cohesiveness on both ends of it, good things happen. And I think this season is just going to continue to build. When hopefully you get Josh back in January, God willing, his shoulder gets better. Of course, Landon's, he's going to be back very soon. I think we're still climbing. We're going to get better as we go on. And that to me is a scary thought for everybody else in the district, that we haven't even reached our peak yet.
Absolutely. I'd say this Briar Jumper team has a great ceiling, that their potential could be whatever they make it. They could live up to whatever name that they want to do. And looks like it'll be number 4, a junior, Kanan Sizemore, checking into the game for the Jumpers. Sizemore coming back off a year of break here from the basketball team. He's a star standout baseball player. We'll see what he can get done here tonight for the Jumpers.
Another guy who comes in and just brings instant energy. He is a hustler through and through.
Absolutely.
Big body, a very smart young man. Will do everything that you ask of him.
Absolutely. And you talk about smart and intelligent. A lot of these Briar Jumpers are just absolute performers both on and off the court.
Academic geniuses. I don't see any points out there.
Absolutely.
Nobody that's failed your PE class?
Nobody that's failed PE.
Of course, as an athlete, it would be pretty impressive if you did fail a PE class.
Just bring your shoes, gentlemen.
Absolutely. And it would be Bruner brushing off the contact. It'll be Sizemore looking for a reverse seal down low, trying to make himself presentable. Absher listening to Coach Young, getting into a play call here. It'll be Bruner that bringing the ball. He's guarded by Ledger. And on the floor for the Rockets, we have Ledger, Cash, Rogers, Parsons, and Mullins.
You know, I didn't think to ask anybody, but I'm not sure Reagan New is out tonight.
He's out tonight with an ankle injury.
An ankle injury. Thank you for that update.
So, yeah, the two out for the jumpers are Lineski, who's out of town, and then Reagan New with an ankle injury.
And Josh Lewis.
And Josh Lewis.
With the shoulder injury. And Lewis, a phenomenal shooter.
Oh, ice in his veins, too. That young man does not know a bad shot.
Absolutely. The Jumpers very much anticipating having him back. However, going with what they have right now and not letting that slow them down from tonight's action. The Rockets sitting in a 2-3 action. Bruner slashes. Kick out to Absher.
Took a hard fall, got up, though. Thank goodness.
The Rockets may be trying to disrupt the Jumpers' smooth-flowing offense so far. Grundy in the post. Kick out to Bruner. Shot fake.
Good shot.
Mid-range shot by Bruner. Ball's up in the air. Rebounded by Grundy. Put back just long. Rebounded by Grundy again. There we go. Now, ladies and gentlemen,
is a workhorse.
I'm a personal fan of Cole Grundy, and I would like to say that he's just stat packed.
Hey, man.
Especially when Connor Hunt's out of the game, their main post presence, it's just a great time to be able to get boards on, get some offensive rebounds, and get some putbacks.
We could say this about all of them. Cole's another young man who just does everything 100% all the time. Never got to question his effort. And when it comes to defensive rebounding, there we go. When it comes to defensive rebounding, having a guy like that is truly a special thing.
Absolutely. And Grundy, big name to live up to. He's following his older brothers, Cade and Cross, both standout and legends in Somerset athletics. Cade, a three multi-sport, just whatever you want to call it, kind of the legend of Somerset. And then Cross, of course, 1,000-point scorer in Somerset basketball, just an absolute legend on and off the court here.
I never had Cross in class or got to coach him, but I had I coached Cade on the football field, and I call Cade Ace, and I call Cole Stud. I think the younger brother is going to come up and shock them all.
Absolutely. And let's talk about the father of all these boys, Phil Grundy. You talk about a GOAT. There you go.
GOAT.
Absolutely.
Good backdoor cut.
Aiden Absher pushing up the floor.
Absher trying to find it. Stevens is back in the game, along with Bartley.
I think Absher on the smaller man is going to have to start taking some shots over top of him.
Absolutely.
Oh, they switch back. Are they in a zone?
The Rockets sitting in a 2-3 zone.
Yes, they are. They are.
Looks like they're getting in a set.
Now, the Jumpers notorious for good man-to-man offense here, trying to move the ball and get wide-open shots here. Maybe the Rockets starting to notice that and try to take advantage of that.
Take the bank. Take the bank.
Bank is open. Calling it cash for Brock Stevens.
Brock Stevens, I think he's been the biggest surprise this season. Didn't know much about him. As a freshman, he's jumped into the starting lineup early in the year, and he's just made a really big impact.
I'm with you 100%, Collier. 100%.
Absolutely. And a freshman ball player coming in, you know nothing about them, right? You know what their middle school coach has to say about them. But the difference between middle school basketball and high school basketball, especially 8th grade to the varsity level, is tremendous. So seeing Brock come out here and perform and just give it his best is really impressive from this young man.
Stepping to the line for two is Cash. Makes the first. Substitutions coming in for both Rock and... Nope, just Rock.
It'll be Fain checking back into the game as Cash steps to the line to take his second 2 free throws. That shot, no good. Rebounded by Grundy. It'll be Absher, no Bruner, bringing the ball up for the Jumpers.
Way to work the ball around.
Stevens with a corner shot.
Oh, no.
Goes long, and it looks like we have a push-off or offensive foul there from Jake Bartley.
How many is that on Bart? 2?
I believe that would be Bartley's second.
Sizemore coming back into the game. Bartley going into foul trouble could be problematic.
Especially with Lineski out tonight.
Yes, especially
Absolutely.
with Lineski out. But you got fast feet Sizemore down there. You can just hear those feet swinging or scraping.
Absher in transition.
Good look.
Bruner with a 3-point shot.
Good look.
JB3.
And if you look back historically, Bruner always has really good shooting games against Rockcastle. He had a really big shot against them here last year, and I think he really likes shooting against them. I don't know if it's something he sees on the offensive end, but he does a really
Absolutely.
good
Well,
job.
Bruner grew up with a lot of Rocks players and travel baseball and travel football. They're playing with a bunch of these boys, as well as basketball.
You know, I told Josh after the first game last season, I thought he had one of the prettier shots.
Yeah, very good, clean form.
I think he undersells himself there some. But you also had Endrick and Ben who demanded a lot. Good look.
Absolutely. And you think about it, though, Josh is a phenomenal teammate because
He
he's
is.
not always looking to take the shot,
He is.
but he can dish you out a perfect pass right where you need it. And that was a very, very strong asset in our team last year, having Indrid and Ben to shoot it or slash it for us. Josh just could be more of a playmaker role.
Yeah, he's really the kind of point guard you want on your team, and he does as good of a job as
Yes.
anybody.
Absolutely. And, of course, his IQ is mostly accredited to his quarterback IQ there, leading the football team.
4.0 student.
Absolutely. He just knows where he wants to put the ball.
Testament to all the Bruners. Got Jack down there calling the PA for us, and just
Absolutely.
like Jack and Jace, Josh is a world-class defender. He loves to defend, loves to draw charges. Boom!
Oh, my.
Stevens is really having a coming out game right now, and he's done a great job.
Load that 3-gun up, baby.
I can't tell if that's Brock Stevens or if Indrid Whitaker came back tonight.
No joke.
But either way, I like it.
Yeah, goes back to what I said earlier. I feel like he's just really been the standout.
Absolutely.
Be able to play a massive role for this team, especially where you lost some very high-level scores last year, and he's showing that shooting ability. And he's also showed the intensity on the defensive end.
Yes, you are correct.
You think at every level you always have a sleeper pick. You think of one that you don't know what they're quite capable of, but they come out and show you, and they use that as motivation to just absolutely perform. And Brock Stevens proving us all right today, just everything that we had believed in him.
He's a guy that at the beginning of the year, a team that would have him on the scout book, it's kind of just a question mark. You
Easily
really don't know what to
overlooked.
expect.
He's on it now.
Yeah, but now they're going to be able to play him out, knockdown shooter.
If he wasn't on it now, he's going to be at halftime, I can tell you that.
He will be.
Absolutely. He's a young, small, shifty guard with not a lot of height to him, but he's using what he has in his arsenal, his shot, his playmaking, and his shiftiness to his advantage.
Yes. He's an aggressive guard, scraps for the ball, loves pushing up on the defense.
Look
Good
at that
defense
steal.
from Stevens.
Yes. Did I just say that? Did I just say that? Pressed up on that guard, got the steal, takes it down.
Finishes in contact, hits the floor hard, comes up screaming.
This kid is something special. I feel like this is just great to be able to watch a kid play like this, and
Absolutely.
he's kind of making a name for himself really early.
He
in the
is.
Very much so.
He is. Tie them laces up, young man. Make this free throw.
Now, I'd like to come back to Josh Lewis's pregame score prediction. I think we might surpass that quite quickly. 42-48 seems a little low tonight.
Well, what I told him was, I said, I hope you're right as far as the outcome, but I said, I hope you're wrong on the score. I hope it's a lot higher than that.
Absolutely.
For us.
Yeah.
The jumper's sitting in a 2-3 defense here, trying to prevent the Rockets from getting down to the basket. Haven't seen Hunt back in the game. Not sure if he's in foul trouble or whether he's hurting. But a good defensive effort there from Bruner. Kick out to Absher. Corner three.
Oh. That would have brought the roof up. Down.
Well, in a tiny gym like the Briar Patch, as historic as it is, I think we could use a little roof lift. Shot from the corner from Ledger. Goes long.
Good defense.
Rebounded by Sizemore.
Somebody's going to have to come back and help. Ooh, yeah, that was.
As long as I don't say anything, I won't say anything.
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's why I didn't say it out loud.
It'll be Bruner. And the Rockets looking to get up in the press and disrupt the offense of the Briar Jumpers. We're moving like a well-oiled machine right now.
May have got bailed out, but, we'll take it.
And with just under a minute to go left in this first half, the Jumpers holding a 12-point lead with 29 points over the Rockets, who have 17.
We looking to hold for the last.
Yeah.
I believe the Jumpers will try to just move the ball in a
They know that.
No. Mike
Stevens
Stevens
said, no, sir. He said, I want that shot right now. Give it to me. Stevens extending the lead to 15.
Hey,
Making a name for himself, baby.
is there anything beyond the green light? Is there neon green or I mean, this kid is shooting the lights out.
We might have to
Talk
give it a
about-
different color, maybe a blue light or
I'm
something.
telling you, blue light, yeah, no joke.
Man,
On a different level tonight.
alive. Stevens making it happen, living up number 22, just keeping the name going.
And what I love is the older guys on the team are feeding him and trusting him to make those shots.
Absolutely. A lot of the time you see the veterans don't want to trust the rookies or the young guys because they don't think they're as capable or as skilled, but that's not the case with this Somerset team. This Somerset team, very unselfish, looking to find the open man,
Yes, sir.
get the open shot, and get the basket however they need to do it. They
That's
don't
how you
care.
win ball games. That's
Very
how you
much
win
so.
Ball games.
They say teamwork makes the dream work, and tonight for the Briar Jumpers, that's making it happen, along with a little bit of a Brock Stevens show.
Just a titch of a Brock Stevens show.
I think he has 3 threes so far in the first half.
And he might be. Is he perfect? No, or he missed one, didn't he?
He's perfect.
You know, he missed a mid-range shot.
That's right. Okay.
He's perfect from 3.
He's perfect from 3. Okay.
Perfect to me.
So I think he's got 12 points.
Incredible.
Absolutely fantastic. Fain has the ball, dumps down to Ledger, down to Parsons.
That's okay. That's okay.
Talk about
Make them
Briar
earn it.
jumpers, they all just jumped right there.
They did, but we're going to make them earn it. No easy basket.
Absolutely.
First foul. That's okay. High school basketball this year, though, 5 fouls in a quarter, and they shoot free throws. So right now we're still good on that. Turns out to be a great foul.
The jumpers trusting in their stuff, trusting that their defense is going to get the job done, and just letting the offense do the talking for them.
Yes, sir. Student section affecting the shot. We didn't get the board, but I love the Rowdies over there.
Absolutely, and I take quite some pride in the Briar Jumper Rowdies having just had the opportunity to lead them last year and just to really understand what it means to be a jumper. The school spirit is unparalleled.
Jesse, one of the best. I've been a Briar Jumper for 20 years, over 20 years, and I will say that you did a masterful job of leading the student section.
Well, thank you. It just takes a little drive like these jumpers have got right now.
It does. It does. We weren't. I don't know if we were called the Rowdies back when I was in high school, but we definitely had it.
We made sure that we are now. That's for sure.
That's right. That's why Fox 56 came up this morning and did their pregame
Friday night tip-off.
Friday night tip-off and
Yeah.
proved why the Rowdies are the best.
Absolutely.
I guess it's kind of like the high school version of college game day.
I think you're right.
Something
Right.
similar.
And if you remember, Fox 56 came last year for Friday Night Lights.
Yes, they did.
Hometown.
Oh, good backdoor pass.
Good and fine for the basket there by Cash. And with that, our first half of 47th District boys basketball action comes to a close. And with that, the Briar Jumpers taking the reins with 32 points, led by Brock Stevens, a freshman, absolute sharpshooter, really making it happen for him. But let's not forget the contributions from Lewis, Absher, Bartley, Grundy, Sizemore, everybody that's been on the floor right now for the Jumpers has been making a consistent and constant impact, just throwing the Rockets off of their offensive game plan and then getting it done on the offensive end of the floor. The Rockets with 19 points, they're a little shaken up right now. We'll see what Coach Cash has for them at the halftime, but we'll be back with that. We're Somerset Athletics. I'm Jesse Hampton, and I'm joined by Mr. Anthony Godby and Carter White. We'll be back at the start of the second half. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to tonight's 47th District Boys Basketball matchup between the Rockcastle Rockets and your Somerset Briar Jumpers. We're here for Somerset Athletics. I'm Jesse Hampton, joined by Mr. Anthony Godby and Collier White. And it's been a great game first half for the Jumpers tonight. The Jumpers led in cohorts by Brock Stevens, a freshman who's just shooting the lights out. And Jumpers firing on all cylinders, offensively, defensively, making it happen, getting the job done on both ends of the floor. Just a tremendous effort from both players so far.
I feel like the defensive end has really been the key to us getting good offensive looks. We are creating energy from turnovers. And Ian Hughes making a shot, getting the Rowdies fired up. That's a good way to start the second half.
Absolutely.
Just before we get going, we'd be remiss if we didn't say it. We miss our cheerleaders tonight, but we know they're gone for a good reason. They're gone to compete at state. We wish them the best. We know that Coach Bruner will have those ladies up and ready to go and hit the mats, and we hope for hitting zero, as they say.
Absolutely. We hope that the cheerleaders can really, truly bring the boom this time around.
That's right. Good luck, cheerleaders.
Absolutely. As we get into this second half of basketball, we'll remind you of our score. Somerset 32, Rockcastle 19. On the floor for the Jumpers, it looks like we've gone with our starting lineups here with Stevens and Absher in the backcourt, followed by Bruner, Grundy, and Bartley.
Stevens giving no space off the jump, letting them know he's still here and ready to roll.
Absolutely. And the Rockets, we haven't seen much from Connor Hunt this game, who's leading them in scoring with about 17 points a game.
He was out early in the first half and didn't return.
With
He had two fouls. Okay.
Absolutely. 2 fouls early in the game really deters a player from getting what they need to get.
Good board by Josh
Good board by Bruner. Good handles there.
Way to pull it up.
Absolutely.
Getting the offensive set.
A fade there by Absher. Hunt read it. Shot by Absher. It'll be just short as Fain brings it up for the Rockets. Swings to Parsons. Swings to Rogers. Rogers guarded by Bruner. Hunt, top of the key.
Oh, I just feel
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
there's something against I'm not saying that the refs particularly, that one is picking on Bartley, but it just doesn't feel like that's a
foul.
That's a foul. I'm not sure there's a better way to discourage a defender than to call fouls like that.
Repeatedly.
Because now you're going to have him second-guessing himself, and that's the last thing a defender needs to do.
Now, I was raised to be truthful in every situation. I would be remiss to say that was not a good call.
Jesse, that's a great way to be raised. Your parents should be proud, and that's a wonderful take. An honest take. Oh, a little backdoor pick. A little too scrappy.
And after the first half, I wanted to point out that Brock Stevens leads all scorers with 11 points. Connor Hunt, who's the leading scorer for Rockcastle, he only has 5 right now. So that's something to keep a lookout for. I think the Jumper defense so far has just done a really good job to focus on him, and getting him out of the game with 2 early fouls has really helped too.
Absolutely.
Yes, it did.
Coach Young, a college ball veteran, just really knows how to get and break down defenses and just try to.
3.
Boom! Bang!
I love the way the young man releases the ball. It's just a pure shot. It's going to be a timely shot as the season goes on too. People are going to have to step back and defend him. Return the favor right there.
Fain, a good shooter. Made the Jumpers pay for that 2-3 defense. It'll be Parsons stepping up to guard Bruner. He swings to Absher. Grundy posting up.
We're trying to get it down low, but we're having no luck. There we go.
We were in a little bit of a flex action there.
The back screen finds Absher. Corner 3.
Sizemore. Oh, rims out. I like the shot. Just rims out.
Got to get around on defense.
Parsons with the long ball of himself. Doesn't go in. Rebounded by Stevens. He's a bunny. Always knew it.
Good.
Absher making it happen down low.
And Absher able to just get in there, misses a shot, but doesn't get his focus off. He jumps back up there, gets the rebound, and gets the AM1. You love that intensity right there by Aiden.
I like to think of Aiden as Mr. Consistency. The man, you look at him and you think he doesn't get like 2 up, 2 down. He's even keel. But on the inside, he's playing with an intensity that's just unmatched. And
Absolutely.
that goes a long way with these younger guys, seeing their leader, so to speak, being so calm and steady. Got in each other's way, but good deflection.
Absolutely. Absher, a very level-headed player, just really keeping the peace around the team. And it's not working out so well for the Rockets tonight. You can see some visible frustration on the court
Yes,
here
you
from
can.
these players. Just things are really not going their way, but they're still in this game. 15 points in high school basketball means nothing, especially with an entire half to go. Rogers with a dump down. It's stolen by Bruner.
Good look ahead. Maybe too far.
Attempts to find Absher, just a little long on the pass. Good thought there.
That might have been a walk, but
Good job.
I believe it's since the ball was tipped away from him that he can recover that possession. The Rockets may be finding a second wind here. Led by Fain in this charge.
I saw Absher holding his ribs there for a second. Early in the season, he had a bit of a rib injury. I hope that's not.
The Jumpers getting in a 2-1-2 press here.
Oh, yes, I like this.
Absolutely.
Close it
2-on-2
off.
press can be very effective if executed properly. It'll be Fain looking to get a shot. He dumps out to Hunt. Shot by Rogers. That shot is long.
Good board. Way to hold it up. Way to be patient with it.
Bruner coming in.
Josh, good push. Hey,
All right.
Hey. Good job.
Good take there. Trying to get in. Just a little too much contact. There was 2 guys there. Couldn't get the shot quite up, but he's going to the line for 2.
I don't think there's anyone else you would want to run the break more than your starting
I was
quarterback.
getting ready to say the same thing. He looked just like he did running on the field, man. The guy sees a lane and he takes it.
You got to trust his vision there, especially I really don't think there's anyone else you'd want there just because he can see everything.
Absolutely.
He's so good downhill, both sports.
And do you think having that football vision just translate to the basketball court, just
Absolutely
seeing
does.
that wide open lane and just knowing that the movement of the defense is going to present this opportunity for him?
Asking a guy to play quarterback and point guard, you don't do that of many people.
Yeah, asking for a very unselfish guy on top of that.
Yes, I mean, athletically, we know that he's a specimen, but his vision makes him even more special. I mean, the way he just pulled back up to get the offensive set, that's being mindful of what's going on. That's a good leader.
Absolutely.
Getting the offensive set. Good look down low.
Thumb down attempt for Sizemore, just a
Rolled off
little
the
too
fingers,
out of his
yeah.
reach. He'll find Fain down low.
Way to take him on the baseline. Stepped out. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
He
That's gonna
stepped
be
out of
Brian Jumper
bounds.
ball.
Checking into the game for the Rockets, it'll be number 3, Ledger.
Ledger, I'm sorry. To any Rockcastle people
Along
watching, I
with
apologize. Learning names as we go.
Yep.
So please don't take it personally.
Absolutely.
But one name everyone has learned tonight is Brock Stevens.
Yes, it is.
So just
Look at the defensive hustle right there by 33. Who do we got on that?
That'll be Mr. Mullins himself. Blake
Is
Mullins, a sophomore, really trying to make an impact in this game.
Yes.
and that's the first time he's checked in maybe this whole game and second time, but he's not been in much. But
he's
gets
coming to
his
make an
opportunity.
impact. Yeah, he's coming to make an impact.
Yeah, and I feel like everyone can always appreciate a guy who's just able to get in there and be very
Absolutely.
aggressive.
And no matter what team they're from, you love to see a hustle player. You love to see a guy coming off the bench and just trying to make an impact for the
That's what makes
team.
sports special.
Absolutely.
I mean, when you got guys out there willing to play like
Brock Stevens.
good guy,
him.
gravy.
Pay him.
I mean, somebody needs to take a sample for this man, and like in the NFL.
Oh, I was looking for a Naden Absher dunk right there. We had a foul on the break.
You know how you have a good game in the NFL, and they instantaneously want you to get checked for
Like a drug test.
a drug test. Stevens is going to have one of those on the locker from the
Yeah, there's going to be
KHSAA.
one right in his locker
I don't
after the
think
game,
he's got-
probably.
I don't think you have much to worry about. He's not a very big fella. That's all adrenaline right there.
And that's one thing you like with him being young and small, he's got a lot of room to grow, and I
Yes,
feel
he
like
does.
his game can only go up.
Absolutely.
And that's a scary thought for anybody facing the jumpers. Good look down low. Way to be unselfish. Stepping back, setting offense. Cole's down there battling right now.
Oh, Simon says jump.
Good look.
Naden Absher for 3.
Go in. Good
Cole
board by
Grundy.
Cole Grundy.
Just a little long there.
You got Brock Stevens down there fighting for a ball. Hustle back. Watch. Here I am trying to direct traffic up top as if they can hear me.
And
That's
Josh
a charge.
Berger
That's a charge.
makes the charge.
Charge.
Feet were set. Good call.
And may I just say, is that not the most typical Bruner fashion
It
defensive
is.
play
True
that you can
story.
have? You look back in the past. We have Jace Bruner, who set a single season record in Somerset for charges. I believe it was
like 45
I believe it was
or something.
45 charges in one season.
Jace, if you're watching, you should be proud. That was about as good as it gets.
We love you, Jace. We
Yes,
love you.
we do.
All the Bruners
The Bruners are a special Briar Jumper family.
definitely have a lasting impact on the Somerset community.
Yes, they do. Cannon got stuck a little bit up top there.
We got a timeout on
That's
the
a timeout. Good timeout. That's a good timeout.
I want to take this timeout to really talk about a recent performance of one of the games we've had. If you'll give us a second to pull it up. Aiden Absher in his game against West Jessamine. He had 22 points and 3 rebounds, and it was a loss. But I mean, as you can see, the ability that Aiden Absher has, and to be able to come out there and to score and really lead the team.
And that's what Aiden does. Aiden quietly goes out and performs every night. He's not a flash guy, but he's just a 100% solid workman. And you love a workman because those are the guys that you can count on consistently every night to show up, perform, and, you know, whether they're having an off night shooting, whatever it may be, they're going to find a way to impact the game. And Aiden Absher always finds a way to impact the ball game.
Absolutely.
And shout out to the Rebels for these graphics. They've done a really good job.
Ethan and Anderson are studs on this. I mean, honestly, I've not seen things like this at a high school level ever. I think sets us apart, makes us who we are as Briar Jumpers. We go a step above. You know, we try to make everybody else get on our level.
Absolutely.
And I love to be the trendsetters and have people chasing to be like that. Not that it's a bad thing. I hope every school, you know, gets a ability to have graphics like that. But we're here. This is us.
Absolutely. And I may be biased, but I mean, I think it's obvious that the Somerset Briar Jumpers just do it better than anybody.
Yeah, you don't have to be biased. You're just being honest.
Aiden Absher, there he is.
Finishes through the contacts. He said, "You're too small. Go to the chin." After finishes for 2.
Basket.
He kind of looked like Ortega Owe.
Oh, yeah, he did. That's a great comparison.
2-1-2 press for the Jumpers, throwing the Rockets out of their offense.
Getting them.
Love the intensity.
No, bailing them out.
Great defensive play here by the Jumpers.
The intensity is just something you got to love right there, though.
Absolutely. The Rockets frustrated, not a smile on anybody's face right now. I can only imagine Coach Cash's frustration here during this game.
Coach Cash is a staple of Rockcastle. He is a legend over there in Rockcastle, and he's done an excellent job throughout the years coaching these Rockets. And
They've always had a good program.
always had a good program.
Absolutely.
They're only going to get better, too. I mean, this game's far from over, so let's don't.
Absolutely. And you must remember that the Rockets are down a star player
Yes, they
in Walker
are.
Craig, 6'8".
Yes, they are.
Just a sophomore or junior, I believe, recently
Junior,
just
yep.
tore his ACL. So really hoping for a speedy recovery for him and a good recovery so that he can have a
Absolutely.
great career.
And look, there's Josh Bruner on the other end, being able to just draw a blocking foul, and that's just what he does. He takes charges and draws blocks. So, I mean,
Absolutely.
that's another trait you want in a point guard, someone who can get downhill and draw the foul.
Tough players do tough things, and that's taking charges, that's taking blocks, that's going to the basket hard. When you are somebody who is not afraid of contact, that's what you get. And you know, that is so that's a way to take a team out of a ball game because there's nothing more demoralizing than getting bullied in the paint.
And you see that side of him on the football field, too.
Yeah.
They put him on the defensive end, and he shows that intensity.
The man, when he runs the ball too, he's not a slide guy. He's a shoulder. He's gonna take the defender and
They'll
put
make you bring him down before
That's right.
he goes down.
Not always the best choice sometimes as a quarterback, but hey, he's built like a rock and it pays off. You can tell the weight room has been good to him. He has definitely bulked up over this past season.
Very much so. Nice shot will be good.
But yeah, he's exactly what you want in a senior point guard. I don't know if there's anything else he'd really change.
No, not at all. Isaiah Lewis back in the game. Here comes Mr. Energy himself. Big three.
From Parsons.
That's the man that can shoot it. We gotta close out.
Yeah, he was hurt last year. I think he had some sort of arm injury, so it's really nice for them to have him back.
Yes, it is. When you shoot 54% from the three-point line,
Grundy with a short shot. They're finally getting the ball to fall.
finding that short jump shot is going to be key.
And I've practiced against him for a whole year last year.
Yeah, he did.
And it'll be the jumpers forcing a turnover, just really getting up in Rockcastle shorts and just making the offense pay.
And he really just loves that short corner shot. In practice last year, I mean, I was telling him, dude, you got to shoot that shot more because in practice he's always lights out right there.
And that's the thing that you did as a leader as well, is you make people better around you from just being a guy who call your white. I mean, it's
Send this guy to the circus after that. What did I just see from Cole Grundy? He, despite the contact, just gets the shot up and makes it happen.
In the Somerset basketball
did
program.
you tell him to do that too, my man?
I didn't. In the basketball program, we called it the Grundy bounce. Every shot they throw up, it just finds a way to go in somehow.
Good box out from Isaiah Lewis.
Thinking the same thing.
The jumpers absolutely making the Rockets suffer tonight. And it looks like we've come to a sad end of Josh Lewis's pregame score prediction. The jumpers have surpassed that, and we love to see that.
Yeah.
Josh Lewis, I hate to say it, but better luck next time, man.
It looks like the jumpers are holding for last shot of the quarter here.
I think that's the
Hey,
smart
but Josh,
play.
if you're going to predict dubs, you just keep predicting them, okay? I hope you're wrong on every score, but I hope it's all about the dubs.
Stevens moving the ball.
You know, this is a good thing to see towards the end of the quarter, to see how well we do with on-ball pressure, close out a quarter.
Oh, if he'd have hit that, I'd have lost my mind.
There ain't another person I wanted to take that shot other than him.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't have said that before the game, but now he's just the guy you want. The ball
Now I
in his
kind of
hands.
just want to see the
I'm
ball
not sure
go to
that's why
Brock.
Coach Young won it, but at the same time, as a fan, it's kind of what we want.
We may not understand what the coach wants in a certain situation, but boy, does it look good when Brock shoots the ball.
Yeah, it's,
Oh,
it's
man.
like when you're watching a college or NBA game and you see a guy with a hot hand. There's no one else you want the ball in their hand to take the last shot.
It's like watching Steph Curry come up at half court when the clock is running out and you just know he's going to shoot it. You're like, I want to see what happens.
That's right.
here.
I took my son to his first UK game and taught him, when the ball goes up from three, you put your threes up, and when it goes down, you splash it down.
Absolutely.
And he does it every time now, no matter where we're at. He puts those three fingers up when the shot goes up, splash down when it goes in.
Got to start him young, that's for
That's
sure.
exactly right. Looks like some of the Rockcastle faithful are starting to head out.
Maybe not so faithful.
Yeah, it's not a long drive to Rockcastle,
It's
but
not a long
It
drive.
definitely won't be a fun one
It's
tonight.
not a fun one.
And as this fourth quarter kicks underway of tonight's matchup, the Somerset Briar Jumpers absolutely commanding this ball game, 53 points, while the Rockcastle Rockets not being able to get it done quite yet. Still 8 minutes left to go. Anything could happen.
And you know, if you get hot from three, anything can change real quick.
Absolutely.
I mean, the three ball is the magic equalizer, and you just never know who's going to get hot. It could be anybody. We didn't expect Brock Stevens to get hot, and look what's happening here.
Absolutely.
So we just need to continue that good on-ball pressure, make them earn their shots.
And I will say this game has been a little different than some of the Rockcastle games in the past. It's normally, like just to the wire
and
every
neck.
time.
Yes.
But I feel like this game never fails to have some really good outcomes.
I think some of that is attributed to losing Craig.
It could be.
His foot was on the line. It's our ball.
Whoa.
What are we calling?
I believe Hunt had the ball out of bounds, but
He did. His foot was on the line. He touched it last.
But again-
They pointed at Jake Barley, though. So.
then again, that's why they're not paying me to call this game.
Jake Bartley getting picked on.
Imagine that.
The biggest guy.
Oh, with the deflection. Looked like Somerset was showing a little bit of a soft trap there. Oh, Aiden.
Good. Oh my.
What a great pass. Somerset's jump. That never works. Oh,
Did he step out? I couldn't see from.
it was really close.
Oh, that's a late
What?
whistle. It's a late whistle. It's a late whistle.
I mean, Josh Brenner was said. I don't know what the right call there is, but
For all my young folks watching who might be aspiring referees, when you see something like that, Do not put your fists on your hips. just put a hand on the back of your head and point the fist the other
Especially
way.
if it's a Briar jumper.
That's exactly right.
Absolutely. I'm not trying to start him young, but I'm definitely trying to start him
And
young.
if you're going to call it, don't do it,
After
4
he
seconds
misses
after
the shot.
play.
Yeah.
Try to do it on time. Is that a ball don't lie situation right there?
It definitely is.
I agree.
I wouldn't be surprised if Somerset kind of slows the rate of their play right now and just
Yeah.
similar to running the ball in a football game when you're ahead, just kind of running your offense and wait until you get a perfect shot.
That's exactly right.
You don't want to force anything in these situations.
That's exactly right. No need to speed the tempo up. You've got the lead. Now you just need to look to close it out with good, solid, quality possessions.
Good defense by the Rockets.
Aiden Absher is working it down low, man. He is going to the basket and going up strong.
And if you can recall the Somerset Danville Christian game from last year in the region tournament, for one of the overtime periods, Somerset ran through their offense the entire overtime period.
We took one shot the entire overtime period, and
wasn't even by design. It was just looking for the right shot.
Aiden Absher for 3.
And as a member of the student section, I can tell you that was the scariest time of my life.
But that's something that Coach Young always taught in practice was in those situations you got to be able to run through offense.
Absolutely, and take the best shot as well. That's the most important thing you can do in a situation like that.
The only thing I can say is I hope you all couldn't see me down at the end of the court, because if you could, I was acting a fool.
And
I think we all were that night.
I can attest to being in practice. Coach Young would put the clock at 10 minutes, and we would run through our offense for 10 minutes straight.
That reminds me of a semi-pro. We're going to run this offense till we puke. Good.
Oh, good take by Absher. He's hit in the face on the play, and he'll go to the line for 2.
He has earned his money at the basket tonight. His outside shot's not been going in, but that's okay because the man has not quit going to the basket. He's going to find his.
I think one thing that's not really been talked about enough is just the defensive effort that Somerset's put in. If you look at the scoreboard, they've got what, 28 points. Rockcastle's averaging 58.3 points per game on the season. So to hold them close, I know the game's
30 under almost. It's not over yet, but almost 30 under.
To hold them to almost 50% of their usual score rate.
It's incredible.
So, and I think that's also just a really good show on the coaches and the way that they were able to prepare for this game and to get their team ready defensively. And I think from the tip, Somerset's just been locked in and they were ready to play.
They've been the aggressor,
That's
for
a
sure.
credit to Coach Young for sure.
And even though Absher's outside shot may not be falling tonight, either way, fate of the world, Martians have the death beam pointed at Earth. I want Brock Stevens shooting the ball.
Tonight,
is that the Iguodala quote?
That may or may not be the Iguodala quote.
I had never heard that quote, but that is a beautiful quote. It is a perfect quote for tonight.
Skip Bayless one time said that he would rather have Iguodala shooting the 3 over Curry.
I did hear that.
That was the quote.
Good gravy. Hey. It's over in the back. Okay. Why did he just let that go? Did he just concede 2 points almost?
Almost.
I guess so.
I mean,
I guess that's just one of those things where you're down.
Bartley.
Is he talking?
Yes, he is.
Double technical.
Yep.
On Jake Bartley and Zeke Fain. I think there was just a little talking back and forth.
Hey, Nene, before you get a whooping.
That's one of those things. You're glad that it's not a situation where
it could hurt you.
Can really hurt you, but Coach Young's going to take Barley out of the game, and he knows. Like, that's the thing where you can't make that mistake, but it's kind of just part of it. You're going to have tempers flare and frustration. It's part of the game.
Absolutely, but as someone who's up 27 points, I think in this situation, Bartley may be in the wrong. Just, kind of letting the emotions get the best of him, no matter what, if you are up or if you are down.
I think one of the biggest things, too, if you ever listen to Mark Pope and his post-game things, he says you got to turn frustration into fight. And that's one of the biggest things there. Like, when you're frustrated, if you can not, take it out on somebody else and turn it into fight and, propel your game.
Excellent way of looking at it. Excellent way of looking at it.
That's really the best way to go.
Bartley is an enforcer. That's who he is. He's built like that.
Absolutely. He's a big guy, and he acts like one.
It's just every now and then that can come back to bite you.
We call him Big Dog for a reason.
Big dog for a reason.
There's
And Hunt with a good finish there.
Yeah, strong finish by Connor Hunt.
Good look.
Brock Stevens, money. Oh. But look, he misses a shot, and he's just hustling back on defense. I think that's a blocking foul.
And a thoughtful charge attempt there by Absher. However, his feet weren't set. He was still moving backwards, and so
that's another thing that Coach Young preaches too is taking hits. He's always wanting you to take charges. Jesse can remember when he was playing too. You do it about every day.
Absolutely, and every day you think about you're going in, you don't see the ball rack out, and you're just like, oh boy, I bet you were doing defense today.
And yes, it was some rough practices, but it definitely did help in game.
It definitely did. It translates right to the court, everything Coach Young does. He does everything with intention. He may seem like a villain in practice when he's just making you run till you puke, but he's doing what's best for his players, and he's trying to win games, and that is something that I deeply respect about him.
And I think that's another thing going into this game is conditioning. You can see that Rockcastle got really tired nearing the end of that first quarter and going into the second half.
Excellent point.
And I feel like that's just been another thing is when you're the better conditioned team, that's just another strength that you can have. And I think it's allowed Somerset to be able to get up by 26 points where they are right now.
Yes, and in a close game, that can be the deciding factor too. I mean, it's what's helped propel us to a lead, but if we were in a close game, it would be what's keeping us in it too. Please get up. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's
Both okay? All right.
And it'll be a charge from Mullins from Rock. Sizemore with a good offensive attempt there.
Going back to Coach Young, getting to know him personally, I can tell you, being his friend, the one thing about it is the man cares deeply for what he does and for his players. He knows ball and he loves his players.
Dude knows ball.
He's a man who is on a mission. He will never stop the grind. He's had a sick young boy at home. Hopefully the co-man is feeling better.
Yeah, prayers up for Cohen.
Yeah, absolutely. But even in those, he's still grinding away, trying to find ways to make this team better. Hunt's just not able to find the bottom of the basket tonight. Brock standing through. That's definitely our ball.
And going back to it, even with Rockcastle, I feel like they've had more depth and brought more guys in off the bench. They still all look pretty exhausted out there.
They do.
That just goes back to the conditioning.
They do.
A really good coach, Dane Hurley, if you've ever seen it, he's really intense, but one thing that he preaches is that good basketball teams run, and that's been a really good thing for the Jumpers tonight.
Has Aiden left the floor tonight? Aiden hasn't left the floor at all.
I don't believe so.
He has.
I don't know that Bruner has either.
I was going to say, I don't think Bruner has either.
And that's really impressive for Josh's side just because, he's only been with the team for, a week and a half, 2 weeks, and he jumps in here and gets off to just a great start and has played a really great role. If you look, he's got 15 points on the year, and that's just from him starting up. 4.5 rebounds a game, which is really big for a point guard, too.
Fellas, I tried to come back after football my senior year. I thought, hey, I'm going to go ahead and play some basketball. And I thought, I'm good for conditioning. I've been playing football. I get in. I'm on first day of conditioning.
It's different.
I thought, dude, there ain't no ways these cats can do this all day long. I'm getting ran by every kid that I would ever beat in a race in my life.
Basketball conditioning is
different. Different.
And Carter, you and I are both former players of Coach Young, so we definitely understand the importance of conditioning as far as the Briar Jumper program is concerned.
Yeah, that's one thing. One thing that just like the fans really don't see is during the fall and when they're getting into the school year, we're out on the track running laps, and that's just
those are not some days I like to remember.
They weren't very,
man, were they good for me physically.
Oh, and just a great feed to the post. That was great.
Football brothers right there. The quarterback to the tackle. Gotta love it. Football team coming off a great season, another Final Four appearance. It's a testament to be able to go back to back in the Final Four.
Yeah, the football programs, it's especially in the 2A, sometimes it's rough whenever you got a small school. You don't have many players to pick from, but it kind of comes back to guys like Josh Bruner and Jake Bartley who are multi-sport athletes who kind of do it all, and you wouldn't be able to do it without
And you
them.
guys know, walking these hallways, there's plenty of cats who could be out there playing and impacting the game, with the just raw athleticism that's in this school building.
Yeah.
But football is a different thing. It's a contact sport, and it's not many people play it for a reason. Just like basketball is a conditioned sport, and not many people play that for a reason.
And another thing I want to point out, there's a lot of new faces on this team, or faces that haven't been here for a while.
Bartley just going to work down there. Oh, Isaiah got taken down. Isaiah helped himself up. Doesn't need nobody.
Isaiah refuses the help from Isaiah.
But yeah, there is a lot of new faces on this team and guys that have came back. And, I mean, they've just done a really great job. It's a new team, but as you've seen tonight, they've played together very well.
Yes. Yes, they have.
And a lot of these guys take it to another field or another court and play together and just really excel at what they do. So the chemistry is definitely present. These guys are, small school, multi-sport athletes. Everybody knows everybody, and that really is something that speaks just absolutely amounts to Somerset.
And I love it because I've never seen a chemistry on any of these teams be, like a toxic chemistry, like a bad chemistry. All these teams look to have good chemistry, and that goes a long way for a small school like us.
Yeah, and another thing that helps is a lot of these guys have grown up playing together. Like
yes,
the three over here, like Josh Bruner, Jake Bartley, and Isaiah Lewis, they've played together since they were in elementary school.
Jake Bartley just staying strong, not giving up, fighting to the end. Wish he could have finished that basket, but he's a fighter through and through.
I wish I could see the numbers in the rebound battle right now, because even though Rockcastle's got some big forces in the paint, I feel like Somerset's done a really good job rebounding.
I would dare to say we're up in the rebound battle pretty well.
I would think so. And we got Bryson Stevens in the game.
Bryson Stevens.
A.K.A. Stevie.
He can knock down shots too. He's got a very underrated shooting ability that some people don't know about.
And he's another cool, calm customer. When he gets in, he doesn't get rattled. He can definitely get you minutes at the point guard position.
And there's that three.
Oh. Absolutely. Steve, just such a nonchalant guy.
He is.
You just absolutely love to see it.
That's Jace Rogers with the little short corner mid-range.
Got two freshmen getting ready to check into the ball game.
It'll be Keaton Getz and Marcus Jones.
And I feel like that's always the thing that's like exciting to see when you got a new season. You get to see new faces and see how they can impact the team.
And I don't know if you guys have got to watch any of our JV, but our JV is big. You got Marcus coming in. He is, I don't know, probably 6'5", getting ready to grow 3 more inches. You got Julian Carroll, who's a tall guard, coming up. The Keats guy is going to be a special player later on. Of course, you had Brock back into the mix. There's a lot of depth there. A lot of depth there for the future. Definitely not looking ahead. We're playing this season, but you got to love that look too.
That's one of the underrated parts about building a program, is having those like JV and freshman levels where you have kids that can develop and eventually play at the varsity level.
That's right. Way to break the press, get a good look, good shot.
Rimmed out.
Good
with
board.
a good shot attempt there.
Oh, and Marcus Jones.
Man.
That's the worst call I've seen.
Man.
I'm just going to be honest.
You'd have to be looking at a whole other basketball game to have called something like that, because man alive.
And if you know Coach Young's terminology, that's called a back tip, and he preaches that. Whenever you get back in transition, if you're behind him, you want to try to get a back tip and knock the ball out. That was a textbook back tip.
Yes, sir.
The call didn't go our way,
yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Looks like we're bringing 4 new guys in, I think.
Who we got? We got, looks like
Julian Carroll,
Aiden Collier,
AC.
I can't tell if they're coming in or if they're just getting close.
Maybe Cannon Sizemore fouled in transition.
I think they brought them all up to the close end of the bench. And you got to love the Rowdies over there just being involved in the game.
Never ends.
Yeah.
Rowdies never
ends.
stop.
The best instigators in the state, as far as I'm concerned.
You talk about a group that can get under your skin. They can do it.
Absolutely.
And we've definitely seen it firsthand in games in the past.
When you are, what would you say, 2 foot away and leaning over top of somebody's head while they're in the corner, that can play tricks on your mind right there.
Absolutely.
I mean, I can't say I like them, but it reminds me of the Cameron Crazies.
I agree with that.
I mean, they're right on the floor. They definitely get under your skin whether you like them or not. And I feel like the Rowdies might be disliked by a lot of fan bases, but that's kind of what makes it fun.
That's okay. I like being disliked. Like, that's what I live for.
We are the
Bryson
ones.
Purcell checking into the game.
We are the ones. I like to say we're the ones who knock. We are the Briar Jumpers, and we come to play.
Man, I'm going to have to write some of this stuff. I'm going to go down. I'm going to replay this. Write your all's quotes down, fellas. You all are money.
Oh, and I love
That's
the
a good
intensity
foul. Make them earn it. Make them earn it. Good foul.
Absolutely.
by Bryson and Marcus right there, just jumping up and contesting. And
Hey, and it puts you in the stat book, you know?
yeah, exactly. Sometimes you got to find a way.
You just got to get in the stat book.
Even if it says PF by it,
Who
it
cares?
doesn't matter.
And checking into the game will be
Cannon
Aiden
Cross.
Collier and Cannon Cross.
Little JV Twin Towers out there.
Went to school with Cannon Cross's dad.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Stud basketball player at Pulaski County High School. Hate to say that. Ugh. He was the leading scorer there for a while until Taylor Gover broke his record. But Cannon Cross comes from quite the ball player.
And he's a pretty big guy. He's standing at like 6'5".
Brandon, that's your shout out. I'm never going to do it again. I don't care if you are my best friend in the whole world. That away, BP. Get the ball. Rockcastle is not slowing down. That is a beautiful play.
Man.
I don't know. I don't know if the refs are from Rockcastle County or what. But
I did not see the foul. I thought that was all ball block. Things getting maybe a little steamed. You don't want to end this game like that. You want to end it clean and everybody get out.
But I do love the intensity that we have seen from these younger guys, and that's what you need to be able to build your program.
Never stop the intensity. You're dead on. That's one thing you cannot do is you don't give up the intensity.
But that's another thing that doesn't go seen. These guys are part of the practice squad, and in practice every day they're getting reps on scout team,
Yeah, they are.
and that's a very underrated part of the game.
You know, good teammates that give you looks in practice are just as valuable as the guys on the court, because if you don't have people willing to give you a look and play hard in practice, then practice is not going to be the way it should be. I love guys who go full out in practice. I love that.
And number 2, Isaiah Jackson for Rockcastle picked up 2 fouls within 0 seconds of time going off the play clock. That's pretty impressive if you ask me.
Hey, once again, what do we say? Getting that stat book, baby.
It does. We might go for a 5x5 game.
I'd say this stat book will be ripped out of the pages probably.
This is Taylor at the line. He is an 8th grader. He has got a bright future.
Does he play any other sports?
I think he might have played football, not 100% sure, but he is a basketball guy, and he plays JV minutes. Really, really intense. Is it me or is this last minute taking forever?
Oh my goodness!
Get that out of here,
Cross.
Cannon Cross.
Oh boy.
We're back to Rockcastle.
Oh boy.
His dad never blocked a shot like that.
I kind of want to see another one. I hope they take it in again.
Do it again. I'm here for it.
Surely they're not that silly. Get down on the ground. Go for the ball. Going at the Twin Towers.
And it almost paid off for him.
It did
Oh,
almost
no.
pay off. You're right.
And something like that won't make Coach Young happy, though. I could hear him through my headset screaming,
Yes.
"Don't foul!" And then we foul the next second. So
16.9 seconds left on the clock. Let's just hope we get out of here injury-free, foul, technical-free.
Well, we've already got one.
We do have one. That's right.
you don't want Jake Bartley saying
what-
anything over there on the bench. get a double tech.
How many techs did Jake have last season?
Maybe a couple.
Maybe just a couple.
Let's rewind about 3 seasons ago to Jack Bruner's senior year. You want to talk about it? You want to talk about a technical record?
He was averaging close to a technical game, I'm pretty sure.
I once witnessed the game where Jack Bruner got a technical foul on his own teammate.
I think there's a limit too, in the season of how many techs you can get, and I think he was getting really close before facing his.
You all cannot see my facial expressions up here, but they just dropped my jaw with the stat line on Jack Bruner and the technical fouls. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, but Jack, he means well in everything he does. He's just a competitor through and through.
He is.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that'll be the final whistle of tonight's 47th District boys basketball matchup between the visiting Rockcastle Rockets with 40 points and your Somerset Briar Jumpers taking it home with 63 points. Very, very proud of this team tonight.
I do want to talk about a couple of players. We got to talk about Brock Stevens in the game that he had tonight. I mean,
electric.
Yeah, it looks like a coming out party for a freshman. I mean, he really put his name out there. And now teams are going to have another guy that they got to worry about. He did a really great job hitting 3 threes in the first half. He's just made a great impact on the jumpers.
Josh Bruner being able to command the offense, get us set up. Aiden Absher being able to attack the paint on an off night shooting. Each guy in their own way, which is what you want, stepped up, did what they had to do to be successful, and every one of them did it. Cole coming up with big boards, buckets down low. Bartley defended the paint, getting and ones. There's nothing you can't say that the guys on the court didn't go out and perform. Just an overall special night for the Briar Jumpers.
This is one of those teams that they're not a one-man team. They're one of those that the sum is better than the parts. And they've just done a really great job showing that everybody can play their role and they do it perfectly.
Absolutely, gentlemen. This has been an honor for me. If you guys are coming back, I want to know when you come back because I want to be up here with you. You make this easy. I enjoyed having you. Ladies and gentlemen, these are 2 of the finest Briar Jumpers to walk these hallways.
Oh,
no, I'm being honest.
Keep it coming.
If you want good young men, then these 2 up here are the pinnacle of it. Collier White and Jesse Hampton, I appreciate you fellas. You letting an old guy like me come up here and talk. I hope you all have a blessed Christmas. And like I said, if you do this again, you let me know. I'm here with you.
Yes,
absolutely.
Sir. I can talk for both of us. We've really had a great time tonight, and we want to be back up here again.
Absolutely, and the Rockcastle Rockets will not disappear from us the rest of the season. This was the first of at least 2 matchups. We could see them in the postseason.
You know they're coming back, and they're not going to be. I don't suspect it's going to be like this the next time.
Absolutely, 47th District basketball is a whirlwind. It's unexpected every season. You never know what's going to happen or what's going to take place. But fans, thank you for coming out tonight and joining us on Somerset Athletics. I'm Jesse Hampton, joined by Collier White and Mr. Anthony Godby. We want to thank you for viewing our stream tonight. Thank you, and have a great night, and go Jumpers.